Hey y'all. YouTube is really zoomed in, so just to let y'all know. Y'all come on in here. It's the 29th of the month. It's the, we got an extra day this month for Black History Month, so I'm like so excited. Thank you so much. Hey YouTube, come on in here. Okay, I'm just making sure everything is working. So let's talk about it because I'm like, every day is a great day to be a Black-owned business. But the fact that this is the last day of Black History Month and, I'm like, let's just get into it. Let's get into what things you need. Hello. What things you can do as a business owner, particularly our minority-owned businesses. Hey, Cherise. Yes, the summit was amazing. If you graduated from the summit, just raise your hand, show up, you know what I mean? It was fantastic. I'm definitely still on a high from the summit, which we finished on Friday. So, all right, I see some questions rolling in. So Instagram, drop your questions in the question box so that I don't miss them. And then YouTube, you can drop them in the comments because I can see them here. Yes, thank y'all so much. I sat down to go live and I was like, oh, dang, like now when I sit down, like y'all can just see the belly, you could just see it. It's no hiding it like before. Before I could hide it a little bit, but now it's like, okay, girl. Yeah, we see it. Oh my gosh, Cammy thinks I'm having a boy. I don't even know yet, y'all. Here's the thing. I'm trying to wait because I want to do a gender reveal. So I'm like, let me just wait so I could try to do something cute, for social media. I've never done a gender reveal thing before. And this is my baby number 5. So I'm like, I got to do it this time. So I'm trying to wait. I'm trying not to do it. Yes. Come on in here. Instagram is kind of weird, but let's get into what things you can do for your business and how you are going to grow. All right, so I see one great question here, which is, and congratulations to those of y'all who are saying you just formed your LLC. Welcome to the club. You are going to be able to do amazing things with your LLC. Quick thing that I want to point out while we're talking about your LLC, don't forget that you need to file your BOI form, okay? Your business ownership information form. Let's go to the site right now because remember, any business that you create after January 1st, 2024, you have to file your BOI within 30 days. Technically, you have 90 days, but they're going to change it to 30 days. So I just want you to do it within 30 days so that you're not late. Okay, everybody comment the letters BOI because let's make sure we get this right. We spent in the summit, we talked about this a significant amount on the tax day because you have to file this beneficial ownership information form, okay? So those of you who got an LLC this year, congratulations, that is fantastic. But do not forget to go and file this beneficial ownership information form. So you can just simply go to Google and type BOI form, and the website is through FinCEN, okay, which is the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. It literally takes 10 to 15 minutes to file your BOI, but here's why it's so urgent and important. If you are late or if you don't file, the fine can be $500 per day that you're late, up to $10,000. And I don't know about y'all, but I could think of a whole lot of ways to spend $10,000 that do not include a fine for a form that only takes 15 minutes to fill out, okay? So if you got your LLC this year, or if you're going to get your LLC this year, go ahead and just add this into your, list of to-dos. File your BOI. The best way I think to remember is as soon as you get your LLC created, as soon as you get that confirmation, just go ahead and file the BOI. Okay. So those of you who formed an LLC before January 2024, so if you've got an LLC that's a couple years old, we have until January 1st, 2025. Okay. So if you filed your LLC last year or anytime before 2024, you have until January 1st, 2025. Now, that does not mean I want us waiting until December 29th or December 31st at 11 p.m. to file this BOI, okay? Don't even give them a chance to try to get your money. Let's be on it. Let's be strategic. I might even host a little BOI party, okay? For those of us who had LLCs before this year, let's go ahead and file ASAP. You have until January 1st, 2025, but just go ahead and get it done, okay? So this is what the website looks like, y'all. Just for your information, fincin.gov/BOI, and then boom, you file directly online, okay? So you're going to create a FinCEN ID, YouTube, yes, a BOI party. Okay, so, yep, here's the website, fincin.gov, boom, file it right here, and you'll create your account, log in, the whole thing. And it's very quick and easy to do. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind is that if you have multiple LLCs, to my understanding, you do have to do this for each LLC. Each LLC has a separate filing, okay? So just, it's not long. You just need to get it done, okay? I really believe, and I told you guys this, if you were in the summit, I really believe that this is something that was put into place as a money grab, honestly, because we already have to file a statement of information with our LLC every year, right? We have to do that every year pretty much with your state. And that's letting your state know if anything has changed with your business. So why do we have to create this too? But you know what I believe it's rooted in is the fact that in 2020, so many businesses got PPP loans, some of them which should not have gotten them. So many businesses got that EIDL loan, which many should not have gotten them. And in addition, right, think about why this BOI form is connected to the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. What does this sound like? You know what I'm saying? Why is it connected to this government entity, Financial Crimes Enforcement? So it's clear that they are trying to investigate crime or see who out here has an LLC just to be maneuvering money, but not actually using the business. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like this has come up and is associated with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network because it's statistically proven that between 2020 and now, minorities, Black-owned businesses, we have formed the most businesses out of anyone. We have formed the most businesses between 2020 and now out of any other demographic. And you know what that means. You know what that means, right? As soon as they think, oh, wait a minute, these Black folks know what they trying to do. Why are they getting all these businesses? Who's telling them to form these LLCs? Who's telling them to get these trust funds? Who's telling them to get this business credit? What's going on? And I'm sure majority of us who are filing these LLCs, we're doing it for the right reasons. Now, of course, there's always going to be a couple who's trying to be out here getting money, whatever. But for the majority, I know that us as business owners, we're trying to change our financial situation. So how convenient, how timely is it that the, years that we are creating the most entities, all of a sudden, this additional form through the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network comes about and you could potentially be fined $10,000. Yeah, is that a coincidence? I don't think so. So let's just do the math, right? Because we did this, I broke this down in class. So we know that there are over 1 million new entities that were filed by Black business owners between 2020 and now. There's many more, but we're just going to use 1 million for an easy number. Now, here's why what I do is so important and why I'm always on here talking to y'all about how to take care of your business and get it together. Because let's say, even if just 10% of those 1 million business owners don't know about this BOI form, right? Think about it. We know because y'all follow me, you come to my classes, you're in my live, right? And you probably follow other creators who are talking about this. But think about if just 10% of those 1 million new Black-owned businesses don't know about this BOI form, right? So 10% of 1 million is 100,000. And if they each get fined $10,000, right? Because they don't know, they're late, they don't know. So 100,000 times 10,000, that's $1 billion. That's $1 billion that the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network is accumulating. Hi, Tamiko girl. I sent you a text, girl. You gotta text me back. But that's $1 billion that the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network is going to make simply by the fact that there's a possibility 10% or more of Black-owned business owners don't know about this form, which means they probably will get fined this $10,000 and not even know they've been fined it. So in addition to us talking about this on live, in addition to y'all coming to my classes, I told this to you guys in the summit. Tell your friends, tell your family, your cousin, anyone who has a business entity, you know, in your family, in your community, let them know, because I can almost guarantee, my intuition is telling me, they're banking on the hope that a percentage of these Black-owned business owners don't know, you know, a percentage of these business owners don't know about this BOI form so that they can collect this money. I just know they're banking on it because this country is in debt. Well, I don't live in America, so America is in debt. Y'all know I'm in Senegal, so I'm a little far removed from the ghetto that's going on in the U.S. right now. But America is in debt. So trust and believe they're looking for any potential opportunity to recoup some of this money. And let's think about it. If us as Black-owned business owners are becoming more knowledgeable on tax strategy, right? We're becoming more knowledgeable on business formation. We're becoming more knowledgeable on asset protection. That means we're paying less in taxes because we know how to strategically lower our tax bill. So they're like, you know, these Negroes trying to know something. These Negroes trying to know something. So we got to collect this money in another way. That's how I envision these conversations are happening at this table of, you know, probably older white men, right? They trying to know something. So we got to send, you know, we got to come up with something else to get this money. So we are not going to let them do that, okay? We are not going to let them collect this money. So yes, it's another thing that we have to remember, right? It's another form that we have to fill out every year. But at the end of the day, it's worth it. And yes, you do have to do it yearly. So if you formed your LLC this year, your form is due in 30 days. If you formed your LLC before this year, your form is due by January 1st, 2025, and you have to file it every single year, okay? So let's make sure that they do not get us caught up. Let's make sure of it, because I'm telling you that this is a money grab, all right? So let's make sure that they are not successful in finding a whole bunch of business owners, all right? So that was a great question to start us off. They were asking about, exactly right, why do this now? Someone was asking about, they formed their LLC. What can they do now? Yep, so finson.gov/BOI, exactly. It exactly is. Because let's really think about it, right? Think about marketing campaigns, right? When a new iPhone comes out, you see it all over, it's got a TV commercial, it's got a billboard, whatever. I don't live in the US, so y'all tell me, but have you seen any flyers, posters, billboards, TV commercials about the beneficial ownership form? Comment yes or no in the chat, because I don't know, right? I live in Senegal for the last 8 months, but has there been any large marketing campaign to get you to know that this is a requirement now? Right. T said absolutely not. Sis, nowhere, nothing. So pay attention to things like that, right? Pay attention to things like that, because this country knows, thank you, Lisa. This country knows how to steer your attention to where they want to steer your attention to, right? If they wanted us to know something, it would be on Fox News, CNBC, newspaper, MTV, BET, like it would be everywhere. This country knows how to steer your attention where they want it to go. So this, this just slid right in, as a little requirement, right? I feel like when I first read about it, I have them on Google alerts for news articles and stuff. So that's why I saw it. And then I saw a couple people post about it on social media, and that was it, right? It was up to us to know the information. So just pay attention to that and really get clear. All right. So you guys, drop your questions in the question box. This is all about you today. How are you going to grow your business? So we have a question from Jessica on YouTube. How do you work your business bank accounts? How do you keep only deposits in the income account when you need the money in the expenses account? Okay, good question. So you guys know I'm always advising you to have multiple accounts to organize your cash flow. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have multiple accounts. You do not want just one account where all the money comes in and all the money goes out. We want to have multiple accounts. Now, in general, I teach you guys to have at least 5 accounts, okay? So you've got your income account, your expenses account, payroll, if that's relevant to you, a tax account, and then a savings or investments account. Okay, so I was trying to find my notes here. Yeah, here we go. So let me show you guys so you can just write it down. But income account, expenses account, a payroll account, if that's relevant to you, an investing account, and then a savings and taxes account. And so the reason we want to organize our accounts in this way is because you guys have to always be training your mind to know that your business's money is your business's money. It is not your money, okay? So your business's money, its first priority is to remain within the business or go towards elements that help the business grow. Now, when you're at the beginning of your business, you might have to use a majority of what your business makes to cover your own life, especially if you don't also have a job. But ideally, your income should only be a small percentage of what your business makes, right? So in my example, our business is a multi-7-figure business every year, and my salary is $250K. Right? So a small percentage, less than 10% of what my business actually makes, right? And I share that with y'all transparently because I want you to know, that's the proper way to do things. I don't know, if I were to pay myself everything that my business makes, what would be the point? My business would not have any money. I wouldn't be able to grow the business. So that's how you should organize it. Now, when you have your income account, this is where all the money comes in. So this is where your sales happen, whenever someone pays your invoice, if someone pays you for your service, income account, right? This is where all the money's coming in. Now, the way that you're going to get that money over to your expenses account is by just making a transfer. So ideally, your income account should not have any kind of debit card. There should be no charges happening from the income account, only deposits and transfers. That's it. So you get a deposit and then you transfer whatever amount over to your expenses account to cover your expenses. And the reason why this is key, and it will help you with your cash flow, is if you can know what your expenses are on a monthly basis. So, okay, I know I need to transfer $5,000 from my income account to my expenses account because according to my last statement, or when I look at all my charges, here's how much my business is spending. That's going to allow you to actually see what's going out and track what's coming in. But if you have one account and everything is coming in, going out, coming in, going out, this is how we end up not really knowing our profit margins. I want y'all to comment the word profit. Comment the word profit because it matters. It matters. Profit is, what's coming in, gross minus expenses. That gives us profit. And profit is the only thing that counts, right? What comes in is nice, but minus what goes out is actually the money that your business is making. So this is why I tell you guys all the time, don't only just pay attention to the Stripe screenshots and the Shopify screenshots that we see floating throughout Instagram. That's cool and all, but that is in no indication, that is no way an indication of what a business is actually making. There is a big difference between profit and gross, right? There's a big difference, okay? There's a big difference between what's coming in and what's staying in the business. We want to be keeping the money. So that is why you have an income account, you have an expenses account, so that you are in control of what you are transferring from income to expenses. And your expenses account is the only account that has a debit card, or in this case, I would rather you guys have a business credit card. But so you can charge there. But if you don't have that yet, then you would have a business debit card. And so if you have payroll, you transfer to payroll. If you have, obviously everyone's going to have to pay taxes. So ideally, I teach you guys to transfer what you can over to your taxes and savings account so that when tax time does come, you've already got a little bit in there ready to go. The worst thing, and I dealt with this my first year in business, the worst thing is to get a tax bill and you were not prepared. You did not set any money aside, okay? So in order to avoid that sticker shock, just be moving over 10%, 20%, whatever makes sense for your business over to your tax account, because you have to recognize that's not our money, right? You may not have to pay that full amount in taxes if you do your write-offs correctly, but go ahead and just set it aside in advance so that you don't have to worry about it later. Yes, good question. Hey girl, sometimes, I'm sorry y'all, the comments were frozen, but I can see them now. Exactly. So you want to have those accounts. So the 5 accounts are income, expenses, payroll, taxes, and then savings/investing. Okay, those are the 5 accounts. So typically all of you guys with your bank, you can literally go in and rename your accounts. So mine are literally called main income account, expenses, investing, taxes, and then payroll. So you can literally call it that, which makes it really easy to identify. Good question. Mika says, I have good credit, but no business credit, and my LLC is new. How do I build business credit so I can get money to start churro or a vending machine? All right, so good question. If you have good credit, but you have no business credit, there's a couple things you want to do immediately. So here's the thing, having great credit is great, okay? We should all have good personal credit. But as a business owner, I want you to shift from thinking that personal credit is number one and instead start thinking that business credit is number one, because it is, okay? As a business owner, you want to put yourself in a position where your personal credit becomes optional and your business credit is the main way in which you fund and grow your business. Now, lots of lenders are going to always ask you for your personal information, sometimes to identify you, or depending on how long you've been in business and what your revenue is, to basically have you guarantee the loan, which is saying that, hey, I want you to lend this to me in my business name, but if my business for some reason closes down, I'm agreeing as the guarantor to pay you back. So that's something that you're going to face, but still having your business be the primary signer on that loan is key, because then it's a business loan. You're never going to see it on your personal credit. So if you're someone that has good personal credit but not good business credit, what you immediately want to do is start adding some trade lines. So one of the first places I want to show you guys is eCredible, which is spelled like letter E, credible. And let me just turn my camera so you can see the website. eCredible. So eCredible, you're going to enroll in one of these options. And what's great about this is this $19 you're paying per month is going to build your business credit. It's going to report to all 4 bureaus. And then as well, any bills that you have, right? So if you're paying electricity, if you're paying a Wi-Fi bill, if you have a phone bill in your business name, if you have inventory that you're buying, or you're working with a creditor, all of those bills that are currently not reporting to your business credit are going to start reporting to your business credit. So it's basically like if you've been paying for certain things but it's not reporting, eCredible is going to take that account information, report it for you, so that you get a really quick boost on your business credit score. So that's one that you want to add immediately. Another great one is Credit Strong. Credit Strong has personal and business, but we're going to talk about the business right now. So Credit Strong is going to put you in position to get a loan, essentially, basically a secured loan immediately, okay? Build business credit using your company's EIN only. Get $5,000 to $50,000 of business credit ASAP. So let's go down to what the loan options look like. You can choose a 25-month or a 50-month term. You can see how much credit it is, what your monthly payment would be, and then what your one-time fee is. So this is really dope because you can literally get this loan immediately. And because it's secured, now one thing you have to understand, because it is secured, your interest rate might be a little higher. But at the end of the day, you're getting $5,000 right away or $25,000 right away, and you're just making your payments, okay? And it's building your business credit, and you're getting the cash that you need to make some money, okay? So that would be another great one that I would add, which can help you build your business credit and give you the opportunity for your business credit to be able to stand on its own, okay? Because even with good personal credit, yes, you can get a credit card much faster. Yes, you can get an American Express much faster. But I always teach you guys that for your business credit, you need to have diversification, which means you need to have multiple trade lines. Having one American Express card, that's cute and all. We love Amex. But when we're looking at your business credit report, someone with one Amex card versus someone with 15 trade line accounts, the 15 accounts weighs more, right? The 15 accounts is more valuable because of the fact that there's diversification. All right, comment got it in the chat if you got it. Comment got it in the chat if you got it. Yes, this one is called Credit Strong. This is where you can go and get a loan immediately, and you essentially just choose your terms and start making your payments. Yeah. So you can choose between 25 months or 50 months, okay? Yes. So That's very important. You want to have diversification. You want to have multiple accounts, because at a certain point when you guys go to start buying homes in your business name, when you guys want to get cars in your business name, they're going to look for things like that. They're going to look at what is on your account. Someone said just hire an accountant instead of having multiple accounts in your bank. And here's why I don't agree with that. I have an accountant, absolutely, an amazing accounting team. But I want you to understand that, but when you're first starting your business, hiring an accountant is not always the first option. And additionally, you always need to know how to manage your money. If you don't know how to manage it and you just hire someone to fix the problem, you're always going to be reliant on someone being in your business in terms of like needing to be in your business. You have to be able to know how to run your business even without outside help, because there can be, you can get to a point in your business where you're strapped for cash. You may not be able to afford your accountant for $1,000 a month or $500 a month. And what are you going to do at that time? Are you just not going to bookkeep? Are you just not going to look at your expenses? No. So I always want you guys to be of the mindset, I want to teach you how to fish. Yes, you can go and just hire the person, etc., but you should always know the ins and outs of your business so that you can always make good, informed decisions. Very important. Even if your business is new and you have zero revenue yet. Yes, Yvonne, she said, I just filed my BOI. Yes, Ash, I have been telling y'all this for years and I will keep doing it. Yes, okay, good. So now I'm going to take a question from Instagram. Should we have all 5 accounts at the same bank? Yes. So I teach you guys to have at least 2 to 3 different bank accounts. A main bank like Chase, a credit union, and maybe a smaller bank. Now, you don't need to have 5 accounts at each bank. You only need to have this set up for the main bank that you use. So I have about 4 different bank accounts, but Chase is my main account, right? So that's where I have my accounts broken down, because that's the one that primarily a majority of my business income is coming through. So you don't need to set up 5 accounts with every bank. Just wherever you conduct the most business, wherever your accounts, are deposited into, that's where you want to have the 5 accounts. Yes. Okay, good question. So she said, how do I establish business credit? Do I need a Dun & Bradstreet number? Yes, you do. So in order for you, okay, I'm going to pull Trelawney's question next. In order for you to build business credit, you need a few things. Trelawney, can someone repeat Trelawney's question? I don't see it in the chat on YouTube. If someone can just repeat it or copy paste it. But let's just review this really quick. In order to build business credit, you need a few things, okay? You need 1, the business. You cannot build business credit without an LLC. Secondly, you need a EIN, which is essentially the social security number of your business. Third, you need a business bank account to build business credit, okay? Fourth, you need a DUNS number. And then fifth, is a combination of things, but you need a business address, a business phone number, and a website is preferred, a website or domain. So your Dun & Bradstreet number is free, okay? Now I'm gonna put y'all on to game real quick, and probably Dun & Bradstreet doesn't want me to tell y'all this, but Dun & Bradstreet is a private company. So they have, they do want to offer you to pay them for business credit, services, or to get your DUNS number expedited. Don't pay for that, okay? Keep your money. Keep your money at this point in time, because yes, there can be some additional benefits, but I teach you guys a lot about how to grow and build your business credit and monitor it. And their service is a little expensive. It's like over $800. So I would say don't do it, okay? No shade to Dun & Bradstreet. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. But I got to look out for my people. And that $800 fee is a little steep. You know, it's a little steep right now. So you don't need it. So getting your DUNS number is free. And you can pay for the expedited option. But generally, all the students that I've taught have gotten their DUNS number within 7 to 15 days. The longest I've ever seen is 30 days. And that usually is because there's some information that isn't correct. So you want to make sure that when you do file your DUNS number, make sure that the name you're putting for your LLC matches the name with the Secretary of State. Also make sure that the address you're putting matches the address you have with the Secretary of State. You want to make sure that those two things go together, okay, real bad. Because if it's different, that can delay you getting a DUNS number, all right? Comment got it in the chat if you got it. That can delay you getting a DUNS number. So just make sure all your information is correct, and then it should take you less than 2 weeks. Excuse me. Let me drink my grape juice. It should take you less than 2 weeks. Why are you laughing at me? I told you. You know, my husband, he doesn't understand our relationship, you guys. Like, my husband is like, why are you so animated when you are talking to your audience? And I'm like, because those are my people. We understand each other. Like, I'm here for them. And I'm their business coach / business bestie. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is how we talk to each other, okay? This is how we talk to each other. All right? I'm like, if you don't get it, that's okay. Yes. Right. And I'm like, this is not animated. This is just really how I am. You know. The ones that get it, okay? Like, we're locked in, right? All of us in here, we're locked in, so we get it. But yes, that is key. So you have to make sure that your information is aligned and in sync. Because if you have a virtual address on your Secretary of State document, but then you have a different address when you file your DUNS number, it's a problem. So I don't want you guys to face any of those delays. Okay, good question. All right, let me look for Trelawney's question. Does applying for credit for your business impact your score like personal? No. When you apply for business credit, you're not dinged for having multiple inquiries. Okay, it's not the same. Like, you know, when you apply on your personal name, if you have an inquiry, you lose 3 or 4 points. Business credit is not like that. You're really encouraged to use it, which is why you can have multiple inquiries in a day and it's not going to lower your score. Okay, so Trelawney says, what if I have good business credit but not so good personal credit? So you definitely have options, even having not so good personal credit. There are many ways to still get funded. One great way that I talk to you guys about a lot is using the Minority Business Development Agency, or CDFIs. Okay, CDFI stands for Community Development Fund, essentially. So we're gonna go to CDFI website real quick so I can show y'all. But yes, CDFIs are Community Development Financial Institutions. And I feel like this is a hidden gem. It's a sleeper. It's why I always love teaching you guys about it. Because if you are someone that has a business but not the best personal credit score, but you have good business credit, you may want to look into alternative financing, which just means not those, you know, not all the private lenders that we see when we do a Google search. Nothing wrong with them, but they're going to put a little more emphasis on your personal credit. But going the non-traditional route by looking at funds is key. Okay, so CDFI funds are connected to the minority business development agencies, which exist in every state. And this is where a lot of government funding comes through. So you have to recognize that CDFI funds exist for the sole purpose of supporting and funding minority businesses. So businesses like mine, businesses like yours, if you are someone that is a veteran, if you are someone that is differently abled, a CDFI fund is for you. And in particular, CDFI funds will approve you even with a score as low as 550. Okay, as low as 550, y'all, which is really good. You can still get approved for what would be considered a micro loan. So anything under 50,000 or between 50 to 100,000. So let's go to our CDFI locator, and let me just turn my camera. So this is what our site looks like, okay? CDFI locator. There's a few different ways to find CDFIs, but this is one of my favorite sites. And then boom, you're going to put in your, location, what type of loan you're looking for, and literally you just have a list. So I'm going to filter this to business. You just have list upon contact. YouTube, let me show you guys too. And one of the great things I taught you guys about in the, so this is the website Opportunity Finance Network, and it's a CDFI locator. One of the great things we spent a lot of time on in the summit is what to say. Ooh, hold on. Little thing. Okay. Is, what to say. I gave you guys templates, how to communicate with CDFI institutions and all that. So I'm working on making the replay available for those of you who weren't in the room live, because we've been getting so many DMs, emails like, how can I still join the summit? And I'm like, well, it's over, but I'm gonna make these replays available for you, okay? So that's a key thing as well, right? You've got the Black Business Investment Fund. Contact person, Inez. Boom. We're going to send Inez an email using the templates I provided for you guys. We're going to get in the door of what we need to get this fund approved, to get this loan approved, and then boom, we're ready to go. So it looks like the Black Business Fund serves Florida particularly. So if you are a business in Florida, or if you know a business in Florida, you should be going to the Black Business Fund before you go to Google to try to get funding. You see what I'm saying? I feel like this is something more of us need to know about. And you guys have to recognize that statistically, a lot of money from these funds, unfortunately, gets sent back to the government, right? So a lot of money comes down from the government to minority business development agencies, which then gets funneled through these funds to actually go out to businesses. But if that money is not used, it goes back up the chain, or it gets reallocated to a different fund, right? So you have to be applying. They want to give you this money. If you don't get this money, it goes back. That's not what we want. We want them to cut the check for us, right? Comment cut the check in the chat if y'all want them to cut the check. We want them to cut the check for us. So this is why it's so important to know these places and to apply to them, because again, I always tell you guys this, you are an asset to these funds just as much as they are an asset to you. So it's not just you who wants to get the loan or funding. Can y'all hear me? Okay. It's not just them. It's not just you that wants to get the loan or funding. They want to give you that loan or funding because this is great for their numbers. They're able to, continue to show their data that they're providing funding to businesses. So it's definitely a mutual beneficial situation, which is why you have to be applying. Okay, when we look at the data behind Black-owned businesses and why, right, Jessica, cut the check now, okay? When we look at the data behind Black-owned businesses and why we get less funding, 43% of the time, y'all, 43% of the time, the reason we're getting less funding is because we're not applying. Nobody has even denied us. We're just denying ourselves. We're just not applying because we already have this idea that it's going to be a no. I'm talking real self-sabotage, right? So before you deny yourself, submit the application, right? This is where we have to have the audacity, right? We have to be a little more audacious about ourselves. We have to be a little more, I don't play about ourselves. Because here's the thing, Joe, Johnny, Billy, and George, they're gonna apply. They're applying for all the bags, every single one of them. They're gonna apply. They're gonna go all the way up to a Series A and B funding round for an idea. Like, you guys need to really look at the businesses that get those $6 million, $10 million, $20 million funding rounds from these Series A, Series B investment portfolios. The most random businesses you could possibly think of. But what they have is audacity. They have self-belief. They're not going to count themselves out. They're going to say, yeah, I'm George, I'm Billy, I'm John, I'm Joe. Why would I not apply for $1 million to grow my, unicorn app? It's a brilliant development. I love unicorns, don't you? People need this unicorn app. So the same way that they can be about their business, you got to be about yours. You got to be about yours. I want you guys to be, undeniably confident in your thing. In your thing, because if 43% of the time we're not getting funding simply because we're not trying, we haven't even seen what's going to happen when we try. We're just telling ourselves, I'm probably not going to get approved. And then, well, that's exactly what happens. But if they're building unicorn apps and strawberry farms, and getting the bag for these things, why not you? I want you to comment that in the chat. Why not me? That's what you have to ask yourself. Why not you? Instead of thinking, oh, there's no way it could happen, no, why not you? Why not you? Why not? Why not? This is why I'm always on here talking to y'all. This is why I host so many classes, because sometimes you need, me or your community to be right there with you on the computer. Everybody submitting the application at once, hyping yourself up like, let me do it. I'm about to do it. And the fantastic thing is, when I had my fully funded mentorship a few months ago in November, so many people from that mentorship have won grants. They have gotten loans from the business plans I wrote for them. They have grown their business, all because they put themselves out there. So a lot of the time, we have to make sure we're not being our own block, right? Don't block yourself from your own blessing because of fear. We got to have that audacity to say, no, why not me? Why couldn't my idea work? If the unicorn app can get $5 million, why can't my, hair shea butter business, whatever the case is, also get some money? Y'all really got this, okay? Y'all really do. CDFI Fund, yes. And this website is the Opportunity Finance Network. But you can just search CDFI near me and you'll be able to see all the options. Awesome. So let me see here. We had some good questions. So just a quick note that I saw come up a couple times. When you have a DUNS number, you'll be asked for it specifically on certain applications. So remember, your DUNS number and your EIN are different. Make sure you're putting your DUNS number only where they ask you to put your DUNS number. Sometimes when you're applying for a credit card, it'll ask you, usually though when you're applying for a loan is when it'll ask you for your DUNS number. And that is connected to your Paydex score, which is the largest score that most people look at. So your Dun & Bradstreet score is the main one that lenders check. They check all of them, but it's the main one that lenders check. Yes. So let me see. Thank you so much. Good question. I saw a question about growing. I think someone said that they have a shea butter business. Yes, I am pregnant. Can you tell this big belly up under me? But I'm a little bit excited though. I'm a little bit excited, y'all, because most of my clothes still fit. They're just a little tight around the waist. I'm so excited for my mentorship too. I can't wait for you to join. Yes. I will definitely save this. I'm looking for another good question. Someone asked about social media and growth. So here's one thing I will say, because I've seen this come up a couple times, especially for those of you who are selling products. Social media is not a non-option. Like, what I'm trying to say is you don't have a choice to not be on social media. Why? Because of the fact that TikTok, specifically TikTok, is literally throwing money at y'all who have a physical product to come and sign up for TikTok Shop. And what I mean by throwing money is they're giving you incentives, but in addition, they're literally leaning the algorithm in your favor so that you can make more money on TikTok Shop. I don't know if you guys scroll TikTok. I like TikTok, you know, when I'm up in the middle of the night and I can't sleep. TikTok is funny. There's a lot of just funny, creative videos. And what you have to see is that almost every video you scroll to, which can be a little annoying sometimes, but they're selling something. Like there's a TikTok Shop link. So what it is quickly becoming a secondary shopping platform to Amazon, very quickly. And what's special about it is that you know, on Amazon, you have to post your product and kind of just hope, that someone sees it when they're scrolling on Amazon. But when you have a physical product, some of you guys sell, you know, hair, you sell butters, you sell skincare, etc. When you have a physical product and you have it on TikTok or social media, you're able to have your video selling the product, complementing the product. So it's like someone can see the product you're talking about and then hear you talking about it. They can see you putting it on. They can see you using it. So you have this additional advantage where they don't really have to make a decision on their own about if they're going to buy from you. Like if I wanted to sell y'all, I just ordered some moringa oil, right? Because I'm really into oils. So let's say I have my TikTok shop. I'm like, you know, Ellie's Natural Beauty, whatever. That's the name of my store. And I'm like, listen, y'all, this moringa oil is going to make your skin shine. And then I'm like, boom, let's open it up. Let's put a little bit on your hand. You only need this much. We're going to just rub it. And let's just rub it in. I want you to see the shine that is happening. Let's get that summer glow, ladies. Click the link right here. It's 20% off today. Add to cart. Are you buying my moringa oil or not? And that's a 15-second reel. Are you buying my moringa oil or not? You see what I'm saying? It's a non-option. Y'all listen, y'all don't want me to start selling beauty products Because let me make a shea butter. Let me make a shea butter, y'all, real quick. No, I'm not going to say it's over for the rest of y'all because we can all sell shea butter. But I'm going to be out there marketing my shea butter, honey. You go see me putting it on people. I would walk up to people at the mall and be like, hey, you are so beautiful. Can I see your hands? Wow. Can I just show you what my shea butter can do? You know, we got the little camera on a tripod. Yeah, let me just rub the shea butter on you. Do you see what that's doing to your skin right now? Do you see how your hand just became 5 years younger? You need to get Ellie shea butter. I'm gonna sell it to you right now. Come on. Come on, girl. Let's give you youthful glow. Y'all who got these products, you need to be on these here internet social media streets selling this product, okay? Because it is even more like the algorithm and the way these platforms are set up are even more, you know, supportive of businesses that are, you know, have a service or a product than us who are digital product creators, right? Because we don't really have a physical thing to show you. We're teaching you information. So yes, if you are growing your business this year, definitely leverage social media. Definitely leverage the fact that you can communicate to your customer and show them the thing, right? Yes. Show them the thing. Thank you so much. Yes, Rasta Queen, I am working on making the replay of the summit available, so you guys will be able to get it probably by tomorrow, so stay tuned. But that's another good question on how you should market your business. Yes. Buying, right. So that's definitely a great thing you want to do. I'm going to take one more question before I have to hop, but this was good. I think we should do these more. I think I should do these at least once or twice a week, just like a Ask Me Anything business session, because I think this is really helpful for y'all. Yes, I see that question too. Some people have to get out bubbly because everybody doesn't have good salesmanship skills. I can understand that, right? I definitely, you know, like to be on camera, so I get it. But, you know, one thing I will encourage you guys on and give you some tips on is even if you're not a super bubbly, outgoing person, you don't have to be to make content that sells, right? Remember, the goal is not to be on social media to get popular. Popular is a great additional benefit. It's awesome to get a whole bunch of followers, but your main goal is to explain what your product can do and sell the product. I would take profits over popularity any day because there's a lot of people that are popular and make no money. A lot. So profits over popularity, okay? You do not have to be the most bubbliest, you know, funniest, most creativist person on social media to sell your product. It's about, you know, having the core benefits listed. It's almost like a template or a formula, right? You want to make sure that your reel can teach them at least 2 to 3 things about your product. And then at the end of that video is a call to action. That's it. So, hey y'all, here's what moringa oil can do for you. It does this, this, and this. Adding it to your routine is going to help you do this. Go ahead and click the link in my bio and get it now. You could be just like that and still make money. Okay, you don't have to, you know, have an Ellie personality in order to make money. Again, profits over popularity. So we can definitely talk about more strategies to help you market comfortably where it's just a part of your business, okay? Yes, that's a good question. So here's what I would say for you guys right now. Go ahead and DM me the word mentor if you would like to join my mentorship or work together one-on-one. Y'all know I've got, you know, a few good weeks, almost a couple months before I go on maternity leave. So I'm taking my last few mentorship clients now, before I'm out the door, you know, laid up, waiting to pop this baby and start breastfeeding, okay? So I'm taking my last few mentorship clients before I go on my maternity leave. So if you want to work together one-on-one, go ahead and DM me the word mentor and we can get you scheduled. And in addition, I am going to save this live and I'm going to do this again. I'll either do it maybe once a week or a couple times a week, but I feel like this is really good. I enjoy answering y'all's questions. Oh, the makeup artist one? Okay, that's a good one. Let's make that the first topic in my live tomorrow. I'm going to go live again tomorrow, and we'll talk about how to create content as a makeup artist, because I feel like you guys can totally, I mean, people are obsessed with makeup, so we can totally get you together, all right? If you're on YouTube, go to my Instagram and send me a DM, a direct message with the word mentor, so that we can work together one-on-one before I'm out of here. All right, so I do have to go, y'all. I wish I could stay, but I am gonna save this live and I will come back on here tomorrow for Free Game Friday so that we can talk more about your business and get you guys what you need to start growing. All right, love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I'm gonna save this. All right, so DM me and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye. All right, YouTube. Thank y'all so much for 100K. I'm really excited. We did it, okay? I'm very excited. So I would love to work with you guys as well. Go ahead and DM me the word mentor on Instagram if you would like to work together more one-on-one, just to really help you grow your business. And yeah, let's keep it growing. Now that we hit 100K, let's get to 200K, okay? So love y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.